But Simu, right? The best probably representation up till now that's like contemporary without being so stereotypical.
He has that, what's it called, main character energy.
Yeah, you know, he has that big dick energy, you know, that BDE. No, yeah, I'm serious, bro. You
that
can Google
BDE.
You can Google this shit. I had girls saying, it's like, oh, he got big dick energy. I'm like, whoa, excuse me. Tell me more.
Welcome to the worst Asian podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is Lingjie. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Ben.
Yo, what's up, my handsome little Chinese man? How are you?
Semi-racist there? Low-key racist? I don't know.
I said handsome, though.
Yeah, but the way you said it, it's like you're one step away from calling me Oriental.
Oh, by the way, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. This is literally the first time we're recording on a Sunday.
Yeah, man. On the Lord's Day.
On the Lord's Day, right. You should be at church right now.
I should be. I haven't been to church in a while.
Do you go to Sunday church?
I used to go to church often, frequently, to the point where they were offering me to be a Sunday school teacher, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yo, seriously. It was during like COVID. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll go to church, man. I've been going. And I'll even help out afterwards to clean the church. Yeah, I know. Yo, by the way, everyone's that's looking. Lingjie, I wish there was like a camera that could just show Lingjie's facial expressions of what I'm saying.
We're not doing video formats yet, but I made a very weird face.
Yeah,
it's like, how much wrong did Ben do for him to have to justify himself going to church that much?
Bro, when I go to church, I'm sweating. I'm like side-eyeing. You know, like I just committed murder and robbed a bank at the same time. I'm on the train or something.
I'm amazed that you just don't light on fire when you walk in.
I don't fucking just combust into flames and yell hallelujah and shit. But yeah, I was thinking about being a Sunday school teacher, but obviously that's when like started getting back to normal. Yeah.
I would have loved to see you be a Sunday school teacher.
Yo, they were really pushing. I was like, yo.
Because there are two things that just don't make sense with you. You being a teacher.
Yes.
And then you being
a man of religion.
Yeah, a man of God.
A teacher of religion. God's my friend, guys.
Does not fit your personality. You know what's weird also?
What's up?
I've realized now that like we're getting more exposure and I'm getting feedback from people.
To sunlight.
Yes. I'm getting that sweet vitamin D.
SPF up.
I mean, as far as this podcast getting more exposure.
Yeah.
People think we're like 20 years old.
Yeah, for real.
It's so weird.
Even when people meet us, they think we're younger.
If it wasn't for your size, they would think we're teenagers.
Yo, it's like, oh, yeah, what high school are you guys from?
We're in our mid-30s.
Are we considered millennials or... Actually, we are millennials because I always say to people, it's like, oh, what's their podcast about? So I was like, oh, just two Asian American millennials talking about topics that relate to Asian American culture. So we are millennials.
We are millennials and we're not 20 years old. We're legal.
With consent.
With consent.
Yes.
We can drink, except for me this year.
But when Lingjie drinks, he drinks a shitload. This man can finish a bottle of whiskey.
Very, very bad for my liver.
Just put a straw into Jack Daniels and it's gone. It's like iced tea to this man.
But I'm more of a self-drinker. A self-drink. What the hell does that even mean? What I mean by that is I like drinking by myself.
That's like what people are going to start calling themselves. Like, I'm a self-lover. Do you mean you just like masturbate by yourself?
Isn't masturbating by default by yourself?
Yeah.
If you're not by yourself, then you're not masturbating. You're having sex.
But it doesn't sound as sad when you're saying like, oh, I'm a self-lover.
Okay, fine.
Right? It doesn't sound as depressing.
I was just inventing new terms here. Speaking of drinking by myself, I drink by myself not because I don't like other people. I think part of me is more of an introvert.
Okay.
One thing that we wanted to talk about today was the stereotype that Asian people in general are very introverted.
Yes.
And we want to, I guess, in some ways, dispel that myth and also help. What's the opposite of dispel?
Debunk.
No, that's literally the same thing.
Fuck. So say it again. Say it again.
We will talk about things that reinforce that stereotype
Bing
and
bong.
also debunk that stereotype.
Bing bong, baby.
Most likely, we'll just be talking a lot of bullshit about ourselves.
I'm thinking this one. So what is the difference, sir? We have anthropologist, doctorate Lingjie here. What is the difference for our listeners and viewer? Extrovert and introvert, sir.
One thing that I've heard someone say somewhere in the interwebs is that a introvert recharges their quote unquote battery by being by themselves, and an extrovert recharges their battery by being around other people.
Oh, so we're talking about robots.
Yes, we're talking about robots here. By battery, I just mean like the energy that you have as a human being.
I get it. It's like when you're introverted, you kind of get exhausted from being around with public things and just having interpersonal communications where you have to be alone, just kind of be deep in your thoughts, self-love yourself.
Masturbation?
I'll read a book, do mad drugs. I don't know, whatever it is.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. And then if you're an extrovert, you're most comfortable and most happy trying new things, exploring new foods,
putting yourself
locations,
out there.
Yeah.
I know it's probably a spectrum. No one is...
That's a good way of putting it.
No one is 100% an introvert, 100% an extrovert. But if you had to pick one or the other for yourself...
All my life, I was like, I'm definitely just an extrovert. I just love trying new things. I have that thing, you remember, FOMO, the fear of missing out for anyone that doesn't understand that.
Just in terms of seeing other people do things in general, or like not being at that club, not being at that dinner, not having a drink with this person, stuff like that.
And, there's like a new phenomenon because we have social media. So I used to be like that. I was like, I have to always go out. I have to go, so. But I would say most recently, I've definitely become more of an introvert. I still love being an extrovert and meeting new people, but I really do enjoy recharging, as you said, my batteries.
Do you think that's just to do with age?
I think so too. I think a lot of it has to do with age.
Once again, we are not 18 years old. We are of legal consent and age.
We are in our mid-30s.
We're 35 years old.
Yeah,
say it.
we can say mid-30s.
35 and 34.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy just being alone, being quiet, just watching something, just listening to music maybe, or just watching something and just relaxing.
Yeah, and that's like totally my vibe because I would describe myself as having been an introvert.
Yes, you have some extra.
Gun to my head. Sorry,
it's
not
okay.
gun to my head. We use
crocodile
this thing a lot.
To your face.
Crocodile to my face.
Hungry
use that term.
Yes.
Crocodile to my face. I would describe myself as an introvert because I like doing things that are very
illegal.
I was going to say lonely, but that just makes me sound very, very sad. When I'm by myself or like when I'm just chilling with my wife at home and we're just watching some stupid thing on TV, that's how I recharge. Just give me like a nice glass of scotch. Give me like a manga. I'll sit in the corner in my lazy boy that does not exist.
You should get a lazy boy, actually.
A very quick side tangent. That's like a life goal of mine. I want to get like a nice lazy boy. For those that don't know, a lazy boy is just a leather recliner, like a big, fluffy, very comfortable leather recliner. And
the greatest thing that America has invented. Well, no,
Is it American though?
Lazy boy? What, you think it's from like...
Sweden?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. They're like, we don't believe in lazy. Never. We believe in work hard. That's my Swedish accent.
That's true. A lazy boy is obnoxiously large, which would just be a very American thing.
Obnoxiously large and super plush in all the right places. We sound...
I think the way that you're describing this recliner, you're describing how Americans are physically big, large, and plush.
That's what you want. You just want to settle in there. Ooh, yeah.
I was saying that's what my ideal thing would be. Just like leave me in the corner, let me recharge.
Yeah.
Because I do like going out. I think for the most part, I socialize with other people fairly well. People person. Not because I like people, but just because.
Oh my God. You have to do it.
I think I am fairly sociable when I need to be.
Yeah.
And I can come off like I'm an extrovert.
I can see why like you introverts are like, oh yeah, this is the shit, man. This is nice. And sometimes you could tell, I guess, personality. I mean, I would is like, you kind of see like what kind of vacations or places to travel do you like to go to?
Someone who wants to go to like, let's say Vegas or Cancun, as opposed to someone who wants to go to
Iceland, France.
Yeah.
Fucking desert.
Is a desert vacation introverted or extroverted?
I don't know.
I guess that's pretty introverted, right?
If you're like going to like Mykonos every year, it's like, oh, you definitely just like to fucking party.
I don't even know what that is. What is Mykonos?
Oh, Mykonos is like, if anyone is actually from Mykonos, please.
Is it a country?
It's a part of the city in Greece.
Okay.
You definitely seen it. It's a beautiful city, if it is a city. But, you've seen it. It's like blue waters. It's on a villa. All the buildings are white.
And it's stereotypically a party town for vacationers?
Yo, yes, but that for sure, yeah.
Okay.
People go there and it's like, party at Mykonos, bitches.
Okay.
Like, they just go ham, like all the rich people. It's like Ibiza, Spain.
The only thing I know about Ibiza is it's the name of a song. Is it the name of a song?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a Mike Posner song.
Okay, see, there you go.
And he took a pill there. And then...
see, there you go, I know.
So that just kind of, feeds right into it. Yeah, man.
Asian people.
Asian people.
We're talking about Asian people. We're trying to wrap this around a serious topic, okay? That's enough talking about ourselves. Please. We don't need another episode where we just bitch about ourselves.
They love it.
They love it? I don't know if they love it. Okay. Asian people in general, stereotypically, are seen as very quiet and obviously seen as very introverted.
Passive, submissive.
Is that a result of how Asian people are represented in media? Or is that close to what reality is actually like?
I think it's a combination of both.
That seems like the cop-out answer.
Well, I think I can make a couple of cases for both. Number one, people watch like TV shows and sitcoms. People, that's like a dying thing now. You don't have sitcoms, right? You don't really have TV shows.
I think you still have sitcoms. You and I just don't really watch it. And
we do.
It's a different form.
But they're trash. Let's be real. No, it really is. It's crappy writing. That's another whole thing. But it's how we're portrayed. And people that don't really know us all of a sudden
have preconceived notions of us.
Exactly, my man.
Because I've seen a lot of interviews with actors and actresses of Asian heritage, and they always talk about how it's so easy for them to get the stereotypical nerdy sidekick best friend role. Right. But it's never the main lead who's very extroverted, who's very
charismatic, the alpha.
I think that feeds into what you're saying as well. But it is kind of hopefully taking a slight turn away from that. Hopefully through media in some point we can change that stereotype.
This whole past year, I think about like a lot of our episodes even that we talked about. We always joke about it, but Simu, right? The best probably representation up till now that's like contemporary without being so stereotypical. Quote,
he has that, what's it called, main character energy?
Yeah.
Is that a term the hip kids are using right now?
Yeah, he has that big dick energy, that BDE. No, I'm serious, bro. You
that
can Google
BDE.
You can Google this shit. I had girls saying, like, oh, he got big dick energy. I'm like, whoa, excuse me. Tell me more. And it got first anointed from Mr. Pete Davidson.
Shout out to you in New York City.
Yeah.
But sometimes we don't count Staten Island. I was going to say. Oh, sorry, Staten Island.
But I'm going back to it. So like Simu Liu, he was just being himself. He was relatable in the sense of like, without being like some stupid, like, I don't know, there were dragons in it. But you get what I'm saying.
Incremental steps. I think that's what we're looking for, right?
Exactly.
It builds upon itself.
Back then, it was really hard for regular Americans to relate to an Asian American or just Asians because we had like Jackie Chan's and Donnie Yips and Bruce Lee's, you know what I'm saying? But they were all conceived under like martial arts. It was like a fantasy land. I mean, it was cool when Jackie Chan did Rumble in the Bronx. And, he saved the one Asian chick that was in the gang. Remember that?
But he just got a hug afterwards.
No, I think they banged after, bro.
Did they?
If he didn't bang, he almost died for her. Like he fought 100 dudes for that one chick, bro. He better get something.
He got a little peck on the cheek.
Yeah. Oh shit, you're right. I think so, man. But
that's a BDE.
I don't know. That might be dumb dick energy if he did all that, but then only cost him a whole supermarket.
Only a whole supermarket. Destroy that whole supermarket. No one's going to get all this if you haven't watched the movie.
Oh, Rumble in the Bronx is a great, great film. Just watch that shit. Nothing needed more, right? You would recommend.
It's good, dumb entertainment.
It is. But going back to, what do you think?
Just to play devil's advocate for a second, I think some of that builds on what is actually true about Asians in general. I think we first have to establish, this is very important, that being introverted or extroverted, one is not necessarily better than the other.
Oh, yeah, please, yes.
But in some ways, I do kind of believe that on average, Asians are more introverted. And I'm trying to figure out if that's a cultural thing or if that's more just nature versus nurture. Like,
yeah, Darwinism and all that good stuff.
Just from personal experience, in my family and in my case, you're a first generation Asian American. You're here just trying to do your own shit. So you kind of just do need to put your head down and just think about the overall goal and just keep trucking forward. And then part of that comes off as you being very introverted.
I agree.
But I don't think that's necessarily a conscious choice.
Put it this way. I think I know what you're trying to say. A lot of it has to do with, Asians were very family oriented.
Very.
So it's kind of like what we're taught, right? Like you said, nature versus nurture. Look, I can't speak on behalf of like other cultures, but if I can for Asian cultures, right? And, like I said, we're not fucking professionals. So please, if you're offended by my opinions, like, my bad, but I'm dumb as fuck. So I don't know what that makes you.
Disclaimer.
Just a disclaimer. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, please don't take me seriously. I guess the main thing what I'm trying to say is we're kind of conditioned to be like, oh, remember that one time that crazy dude yelling at that chick on the corner?
Yeah.
You guys weren't wrong, but you guys were like, yo, Ben, you shouldn't get yourself involved like that. What if that dude's crazy?
Mm.
There was a story where this chick was getting yelled at.
Mm. She's a woman.
She was a woman.
Don't say chick.
Oh, is that offensive?
I don't know, but I'm just being cautious. We're famous now. We can't get canceled.
But there was a chick. I mean, a woman, a female.
You need to recondition how you describe women.
Yeah, I don't think chick's a bad word anymore, dude.
Okay.
So there's a woman.
I like chicken wings, by the way.
All right, so there was this chicken wing on the corner, right?
Well, now that sounds sexual.
So there was this female on the corner. She was getting yelled at by this guy. And this guy just looked weird, but she looked terrified, like standing stiff. Her eyes are big. So I'm just watching. This is when I was waiting for my mom to pick her up from work. My mom gets in and then she says, why aren't you driving? So I just put it in park because I'll be right back. I knew what my mom knew what I was going to do.
Yeah.
She starts freaking out. She's like, don't do it. Don't do it. You can't just drive. I'm like, no, mom, just. I had to tell her, don't worry, I'm not going to fight. I go over and say, hey, man, is everything okay over here? And he just yells at me, who the fuck are you? You know?
Did he use any racial slurs? I'm just curious.
Oh, no, he didn't. He did not use any adjectives.
Okay. It's just normal hate.
It was just normal belligerent
Well, actually,
hate.
we don't even know. Maybe he's just smart enough not to say those things out loud.
Maybe because he was in Flushing. So I'm like, hey, look, you're just being very loud. You're obviously scaring the lady. There's people watching and stuff. I just want to make sure you guys are okay. I didn't say her. I said you guys, both of you. And then he's like, oh, who is it to your fucking business? This is my fiance. And I was like, oh, that's a twist. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah, now they're just having a love dispute and you're interrupting.
Right.
But still, doesn't fucking matter. If you're in love with someone, if you're married, if you're with someone, you should not be screaming at your significant other in this way.
Exactly. And he's like, oh, look at you. Trying to be a fucking hero, man.
Damsel in distress.
Oh, who the fuck do you think you are, huh? And then he's like, you a fucking cop? And there's a precinct. You know, my mom's place is right near a precinct and shit, right? So I was like, actually, yeah, man, I am a fucking cop. And the guy was like, he just got mad quiet. He's like, oh. And the guy just eventually like, all right, man. He just like chilled the fuck out. You know, he obviously looked pissed still, and then he walked off.
How was the woman afterwards?
She still looked scared, man. She didn't say one word. Like, that's how petrified she looked.
For once, I'm going to give you props on this.
Thanks, man. Yeah, for once. Once in a while.
You did a good thing right there. But to your point, what your mom was doing, she was saying, don't fucking go, right?
Don't fucking go. Yeah, he could be crazy.
We could just say that's just mom watching out for her son, obviously, you know, wanting your safety. And that has nothing to do with you being Asian. But she's also conditioned and is like in some ways trying to teach you just to, you know, put your head down.
Yeah.
Don't worry about these things that don't directly involve you.
Yeah. You know, like I've heard this like term before, like the beehive mentality.
Beehive mentality?
Yeah, I think I know what it is, but maybe...
I don't think I directly know what it is, but if I had to use all my processing power, I would say tend to be around people that are similar to you and have similar ideas and beliefs and things like that. Is that what you're trying to refer to?
Being cliquish? Is that the same idea?
What does that have to do with being introverted? Can you be introverted but still be cliquey, like within your own subculture?
That's a good point. I mean, technically, if you're introverted, that is...
Let's say you had a group of people and you were just your own clique.
Yeah.
You just wanted to do stuff with each other. Is that also considered being introverted, or are you technically extroverted because you're with other people?
This has got more complicated now.
Oh my God, this is a horrible topic. We're not about complications here.
No, we're not. I think there's been groups of introverted people that just, there's some things that they like to do together. I remember playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a cartoon, and they also have a trading card game. Please.
Thank you, man.
I'm laying the foundation for people that don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're like, remember pop-up videos? And it's like, they should show you like little infos while the music videos.
Oh my God, that's such a throwback. No one's going to get that.
I just
MTV. Yeah. MTV pop-up videos.
You're like,
I'm going to talk about this very briefly. MTV is a channel in America about music. It's called MTV Music Television. Back then, they used to play music videos, and there was this thing where they would just have like little pop-up info dumps.
Yeah. But they'll make it like with bubble effect.
Like bubbles and everything. Yeah, while the video is still playing.
Yeah, so any scene that came up, they would put like a little like Wikipedia info about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a real lion, and that lion ended up eating one of the stuntmen or some shit, right?
This is proof we're not 18 years old.
It's better than having like a ID, actually.
Nostalgia.
Just go up to the bouncer and be like, Yo, bro, I used to watch Puppet Video.
He's like, yo, come in.
Yo, that
Totally
was
legal. Totally legal.
That was a fucking shit, bro. Yeah, you know what? You good, dog. Just come right in, my man.
What the hell were you talking about?
Beehive mentality.
Oh, yes.
Introverts.
Introvert.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yo, shit. Yo, by the way, we're not joking. This is a real Sunday. I guess
It's a lazy Sunday.
It's a lazy Sunday, including our fucking brains.
I guess.
Fucking yeah. But I used to play the cards, and I remember I used to see other guys.
Mm-hmm.
We would go there and see kids playing or whatever trading. I'm like, man, everyone's so quiet. Everyone's so nerdy.
Do you think nerdy and introvert go hand in hand? Not that it's correct, but do you think they're always attached with each other?
I think you're absolutely right, man. I think even movies show that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
How about this? They put introverts as they're super smart, but they're very quiet and awkward. Would you agree on that?
I think that does make sense. Not that it's factually true, but when it's portrayed elsewhere, when people talk about it's stereotypical.
And now an extrovert is you're loud.
Oh, God.
You're messy.
Yeah.
And you're kind of stupid. But I
think we're just making both sides look kind of bad right now.
And
all these things kind of feed on each other, and one thing amplifies the other.
You know what's the worst is if you're an introvert, and I'm pretty sure you get sick of this all the time, but sometimes, I'll tend to go over to that person and be like, hey, is everything okay? And they're totally fine. And
holy fuck, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, if you're an introvert and you're just chilling in your own space.
Yeah, you're enjoying the moment. You're people watching maybe.
You don't have to be physically socializing with everyone at the party every fucking moment.
Exactly.
That does not mean you're having a bad time.
Yeah, it's not like, yo, I think I'm having a mini stroke and you're trying to fight it off. And yo, how do I call 911 with my last dying breath?
All the introverts out there will get that.
Right.
And sometimes it's just so annoying.
Right. I've done that where I go over and hey, is everything okay? And then they're like, yeah, I'm fine. And I won't believe them.
Oh, man, that's even more annoying.
Exactly.
Don't tell me how I'm feeling. I'm having a great time.
I'll be like, you sure? And I'll put my hand on the shoulder. It's okay. You can tell me.
And she's like, fucking extroverts.
Yeah, she's like, goddamn, Ben, shut the fuck up.
This is a general thing. I think the older you get, is it me, or do you get more introverted? The less energy you have to do stuff?
Yes.
So that stereotypical old man at his front porch just yelling at the kids to get off his front lawn.
Yeah.
We're getting, maybe not you, but I'm getting closer and closer to that.
Oh, I definitely been, it's accelerating for me actually. I love going out. I love it.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can clearly tell.
Oh, you can find me on my personal IG if you want to see. Yeah, it's getting to the point where, like you said, I just kind of want to be alone. And there's another thing, when you're younger, you're so more susceptible of being, vulnerable to what people think of you.
Of course.
But as you get older, it's so much easier to be like, oh, nah, fuck that.
When you get older, you give less shits about things. In general, you realize that there are only a handful of important people in your life.
Yeah.
You're not in my group, but
Yeah. It's okay. I'll get there.
My Mount Rushmore of important people in my life.
I know, Mao Zedong's there. I'll replace him. That's how I could kind of tell when someone's a lot younger, is when little things bother them or they freak out.
Mm-hmm.
Even at my job, when I'm training someone, I can tell kind of by their age, by how they react to a problem. So when they do something and say, oh, it's okay. You're kind of still young.
I don't think we're fully past that point yet. I think in some ways we still are making that balancing act.
Yeah. But
we do care less and less.
Yeah.
Once again, this proves that we're not 18 years old and we're of legal consent to drink.
Pop-up videos. It's a good example. If you had to compare it to the animal kingdom, the cat is the introvert, the dog is the extrovert.
But they're both happy. They're both doing their thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh, that's another way of finding out, I guess, if you're quote unquote introvert, extrovert.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I don't want to have pets in general because I'm a self-proclaimed minimalist.
Yes, I believe you. You showed me your wardrobe. It is very minimal.
I think I'm a dog person, even though I'm an introvert.
I think you are too, but I think I think it's your heart versus your brain fighting right now. So it's what is the easiest thing to keep?
A cat would technically be easier than a dog.
Dogs tend to be more social, with social cues, smell other dogs' buttholes.
Dogs are very extroverted and cats are very introverted. I never thought about directly like that, but that's true.
When you come home, a dog will instantly greet you and, bark.
That's a gold star for you, Ben.
Thank you. Wow, I feel like a doctor right now.
You get 5 gold stars and you get to pick your own topic for the podcast.
Yes, we're going to be talking about, it's my favorite topic, Asian planets. Like,
Asian planets.
it's going to be our ongoing thing.
One day we're going to run out of ideas and we just have to talk about Asian planets.
Yeah, so one time me and Lingjie were just like, yo, we need a topic. I was like, oh, perfect, Asian planets. And we're like, damn, we're running out of shit, my man. We are running out of shit, my guy. We have no fucking clue, my man.
One day I'm just going to make an episode Asian planets. And I don't know what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be completely unrelated.
You should title it Asian planets, but we're just talking about doing our taxes. And then people are like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
Is that clickbait?
It'll go down as the most historical clickbait of all time. That's the joke.
I'm just picturing our listeners first staring at the title of the episode and just wondering, what the fuck is an Asian planet?
Yeah. By the way, we're going to claim this right now. This is one thing we're claiming. Asian planets, that's our show. We're claiming right now. Not the actual planet, just a fucking term. Because I know that doesn't exist yet. It doesn't.
Let's get serious for a little bit. There's a lot of shit happening in the world, obviously, right? There is a lot of crappy shit. But specifically, what I'm talking about is everything related to AAPI hate here in the US.
Yeah.
I think in some ways that reinforces that notion that Asians are becoming more introverted. What I mean by that is, maybe I'm not phrasing it exactly correctly, but if you're an Asian person and you're just trying to watch out for your own safety or you're trying to watch out for the safety of your family members, you're reinforcing the need to be more cautious, the need to be even less outgoing.
Yeah.
If I had a sibling and I was watching out for them, maybe I would say, don't go out as much. If you're into that, clearly that's great. But if you're trying to change someone's natural tendency to have fun and like do what they like for the sake of protecting themselves.
Yeah. I do like going out, but now there's like this paranoia. Like sometimes, I work in the restaurant industry, right? So I obviously work late hours. So when I'm leaving and stuff, I am concerned for myself. And I'm also really concerned for like my other, friends or even other strangers that are, or assumed that are Asian.
Asian looking.
It's gotten way worse. You and me, we both follow Sifan Kim, right?
Sifan Kim is this Korean-American news reporter here in New York City, but I think he's pretty famous nationwide.
Yeah, he's doing the Lord's work. He continuously posts stuff, what's out there. And
that is a touchy subject, though, because I was actually going to counter your point about Sifan, posting this so much.
Oh, okay.
I first want to say I'm always in favor of the news being out there and the facts being out there. Whether or not you choose to digest them is your own thing. But obviously, it's happening, right? We all need to know about it.
Right.
But it's being put out there so much, and that's instilling fear in Asian Americans to the point where we are becoming more introverted.
I get it. It's not cool to see this shit constantly. And yeah, I can. I totally agree. But it comes all down to this. Back then when people were saying like rap music was, detrimental to kids and video games were going to cause kids to become like serial killers. It's like, well, you know what then? You're going to have to monitor that. You couldn't say no. You can not buy that video game. You can just turn that radio station off then. And unfortunately, a lot of people still don't know that this is going on. So until our narrative gets pushed harder, that to the point where, put it this way, all this stuff should be like national headlines, like almost every night. That's how I personally feel.
I think what you're trying to say is problems can't be resolved if their existence is not known.
Exactly. And I think we're still not doing enough about it. That's what I'm trying to say. I just think like we passed that fucking Asian hate crime bill, which I still think is fucking stupid as hell. Oh, here's a phone number and call it. Like, what is it really being done?
You're looking for an actionable change on the ground level.
Another thing, I know people were saying about the whole like cops, thing and stuff like that. Look, there's a lot of good cops. I get it. There's some shitty cops, but we do need law enforcement,
of course.
And some cops actually really do care about other people.
100%.
People did this because they really want to fucking protect the community that they were raised in.
One bad egg does not...
Exactly. Spoil the fucking dozen, whatever the term is, right?
Yes.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, look, you can't just assume if you see a cop, he's a pig. That guy might have a family. He might be a good stand-up guy.
And most likely he is.
Exactly, man. I know a lot of people, a lot of people that are fucking in law enforcement that are really good people. And yeah, we do need more law enforcement. And look, again, nothing is fucking perfect, but people need to understand it. But that's the problem.
The world is 100% not black and white. We live in a gray world.
You always told that about me, right? Like you said, like, look, man, some things is black and white, but there are some things that are gray.
From where we are now to the hypothetical point in the future where things are better, I think it's going to be a roller coaster. To make change, you're going to hit some bumps in the road.
Thank you, dude.
If it means in some way causes people to be a bit more introverted,
right?
I would also say maybe it's causing just people to be a bit more aware of their surroundings in general, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, right now we're living in a time where Asian hate is at the most high. Stephen Kim, all that shit. Sometimes I'm really happy when I see like when he posts the perpetrator has been apprehended.
Yeah, because that's the other side of the news too, right? It's not just the dramatic footage that you're seeing that's very clickbaity, but it's also sometimes when things take a positive spin.
Right.
It's good to see that too, because you see a problem, you get pissed about it, you want things to change. And then like when you finally see some improvements, that's also very reinforcing as well.
Yeah.
Seeing both sides of the news, it's good because it gives you some hope.
Right. Exactly, man.
I do want to say, obviously, with everything going on, you should be your true self. And that sounds very hipster. And that sounds very hippie-ish, but be your true self in terms of if you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert, you do you, but just do it safely.
Thank you.
Be more cautious on certain things.
Just don't be in denial.
But you shouldn't have to change yourself just to be out there.
Yeah.
Right?
If you, let's just say like, you miss going on like
to the
club or, for you healthy people, normal people, like
the
morning
gym.
jogs. Yeah, the gym, right? But you feel uncomfortable about it. You might have to switch your schedule around and, try to see when you're ready to do it.
Right.
Or just have to run a different route. And I know it fucking sucks.
Run with people and everything.
Exactly.
It's not the perfect scenario.
I know, exactly.
But that's better than you loved running and now you're just at home not doing anything for fear of it.
Exactly.
You have to find that balance where you can try to still be yourself.
I like how we just went from like, just joking about doing like Asian planets. Now it's like... But, when we did that fundraiser, maybe it didn't work, but at the same time, at least we're trying and just opened all and talking about it. So, I'm really glad we are talking about that.
Let's get to my favorite part, ranting and raving. In the beginning of this year, I had an ongoing theme with alcohol, but I've since left all that.
Has it become easier now?
It actually has become easier.
I got to ask you more about that.
Previously, I used to drink by myself. That was like a very introverted thing for me to do because I like, rewinding by myself or with my wife and just watching TV and something and just having a casual drink.
You really like to enjoy whatever that is that you're doing. That's what it is.
It really is.
I realized about you, like that whiskey, I know you're like literally sipping it, but man, this is really good whiskey and like trying to figure it out.
One thing, and I don't know if this is good or bad, like when I get really, really frustrated, when I get really pissed off at something, sometimes I want to have a drink. And I don't know what that says about me.
No.
Is that good or bad?
If I had like a really stressful, chaotic shift, I don't want to just go home.
Yeah.
I need like a beer or
get like hammered.
So I'm going to get hammered this guy.
All right. Going on to non-alcoholic liquids. I'm going to try to steer these segments more towards raving, bring some positivity to this world.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because we're always bitching. I love unlimited coffee.
I like this word. I like where this is going.
I don't know if this is a universal worldwide thing, but in the US, we have diners. I would say 99% of the time, it's unlimited coffee, right?
Yeah.
And I fucking love unlimited coffee. I think it's genetic because I'm such a cheap ass Asian. But whenever there's unlimited coffee at a diner,
oh my God,
or like at a buffet, or like at a casino, wherever there is unlimited hot black liquid, please. It's so nice. I'm like anti-Starbucks.
I fuck with that. Yeah, I see what you mean. By the way, also, while Lingjie was describing the places of drinking the coffee, his eyes were closed and his hands were spread out. He was literally fucking fantasizing about it. I'm like watching him like, oh my God, this guy's having like a fucking moment right now. I feel like I was actually at the buffet table and it's fucking hot and warm.
It's not good coffee.
It's not. You're right. Oh, we should have just done an episode about fucking coffee. Asians love coffee. We'll do that next time. All right?
I have no idea.
Yo, fuck it. When we can't think of shit, that's what we're going to talk about, okay?
Right after Asian planets.
Boom. Easy. Sold. I'm being dead ass. We're doing that one. But,
what do you got this week?
I guess this one's more of like a rant. I had this recent guest, which I happen to know. He was like a kid I've known from like a long time ago, but I haven't seen him since, right? Mm-hmm. Like almost 10 years maybe, right? And then, I was like, oh, it's so good to see you, blah, blah. Eventually, shout out to one of our listeners, Shanti. She was serving them actually. She came over. She was like, so I forgot to bring your friend his mango kolsch beer. And he's been so rude to me ever since.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I got so upset, dude. I was like, I didn't want to say it at the restaurant, but I was like, hey, after work, I'll go talk to him for you. She's like, no, you don't have to. It's fine. Because everyone else was really sweet. When someone's like upset at the table, but we have a friend, she's a female, and when she gets mad, I know you know who I'm thinking about. She's
resting bitch face.
She's under 5'2", and sometimes when she gets mad, It kind of affects the whole, table.
I'm glad she doesn't listen to this podcast.
Thank God. Yo, if she comes and fucking bitches us, that means she definitely does listen to our podcast. So it's a test.
It's a test.
It's a test. This is how we find out if you're listening or not now. We're going to say shit about you.
Yeah, Erica. Do I have to beep that out?
Oh my God. Yo, shots fucking fired.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes, you were
it.
saying.
Oh, sorry. No, that was great, man. That was so good. But anyway, I was so upset. Pretty much what I'm going to rant about is yo, guys, we're going to go back into the world where we don't have COVID and we can just do shit. But sometimes you're going to go eat somewhere. You might get shitty service or someone just might fucking make one little mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be that douchebag still. We just survived the fucking pandemic. We're dealing with Asian hate. We might go to World War III. Don't be a bitch and be like, oh, you forgot my beer. Even though you still got your fucking beer eventually.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What kind of beer was it?
Mango Kolsch. I never got to try it. So
I usually don't like flavored stuff, but it sounds delicious right now.
I was going to say, I was like, oh, shit, I shouldn't even talk about this because you just talked about coffee and you're trying to kick alcohol and stuff. But
I'm gonna think
bro.
about alcohol and get some self-love.
Lingjie's just going to cover himself in the IPA and self-love himself,
Are we talking about masturbation?
I don't know. Are we? No one will know. No one will ever know. That's the beauty of this.
That was a good episode, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't know yet.
We're laying the foundation for this Asian Planets episode.
There you go. Boom. And Asian coffee.
Whenever these episodes come up, we have 0 guests and 0 original ideas.
This was a very good Sunday.
All right, guys. Oh, before I keep forgetting, to our other podcast friends from Down Under, Roxanne and Julia.
Yo, hello hello to the Down Under. Do you like my Australian accent?
I don't know if that's racist. We probably have to ask them.
I'm sorry, Julia.
Shout out to Rox and Julia. They host a podcast named Asian Soup Podcast.
Yes, please give them a listen.
A very laid back, very chill. They feel like the 2 younger sisters that I don't have.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if they're actually older than us.
Yeah, there's no way. Just the way they, look and sound, I don't want to assume.
Well, people think we're 18 years old. It's whatever.
We're going to keep going to the point where they think we're in high school. So, yo, have you listened to these 2 Asian high school kids?
Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Julia's boyfriend, Ryoto.
Ryoto.
I think I'm mispronouncing that.
Ryoto.
Hold on. I'm going to ask Mr. Google Sensei how to pronounce your name.
Wait, I'm assuming he's Japanese.
Whoa. Yes.
Ryuto.
Oh, say it again?
Ryuto.
That's all Lingjie's voice right there.
Ryuto.
When he says that one name, he just sounds like a female.
Ryuto.
How you doing?
Ryuto.
You're turning into a verb now.
You want to guess what he does for a living?
He teaches kangaroos how to do karate.
I don't know what that's about. Is that like multi-tiered racism?
I don't think you were ready for that. Oh shit! You're watching the kangaroos with the black belts and shit, and they're like sensei. Ryoto, sorry about that. Wait, what does he do for a living, man? You didn't tell me.
I don't know what he does for a living.
You're gonna tell me.
Hell no.
Can you, Ryoto, out there, please let us know what you do for a living.
And let us know how to actually pronounce your name.
Yes, please, man.
If you guys want to follow us on social media, we're on every single social media platform at Worst Asian Pod. You can also go to worstasianpod.com. I'll have links to everything. My offer of listing my favorite Pokemon is still open-ended.
Yes.
Please refer back to our previous episode on, where did we mention this?
On IG?
No.
It was recent. That's all I know.
Go on Apple, go on Spotify, wherever you have the option to leave a review, a written review, leave us a 5-star review. Guess me, Lingjie's favorite Pokemon. The first person to guess my favorite Pokemon, we will send a goodie care package, a customized goodie package to you. I don't know if this is against terms and conditions of Apple or Spotify, but fuck it.
Too late.
It's out there.
Yep.
And this is a serious offer.
Let's ask Stacy, our Apple producer.
I thought she got fired. Oh, shit. Sorry, Stacey.
Oh, damn.
Another way you can support us is if you go on www.worstasianpod.com. There is an Amazon referral link down there. Click on it. We get a small kickback on whatever you buy from Amazon.
Yes, it doesn't charge you extra on top of whatever you're buying.
Nothing.
If you're buying more dental floss, it's the same price.
More lotion.
For that self-love. if you are.
Boxes of tissues. I don't know where any of this is going anymore. But you can use the Amazon referral link. You buy whatever you normally buy. We get a very small kickback. You buy your $300 bottle of lotion, and we get 4 cents. If you guys get enough lotion, maybe we can get better podcasting recording equipment.
Yeah. Remember, self-love, self-lubricate.
We'll catch you guys next week. Take it easy to you introverts and you extroverts out there. You do you.
Yeah, you do. However you spend your Sundays, okay?
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye, guys.